Hey everybody, this is Dave Bensman with Bensman Home Computer Repair. Today I'd like to talk about Firefox. It's a web browser. It's a program you'd use to surf the internet with, and it is a very good one. It is pretty quick, and it's less common than Internet Explorer, so it is slightly safer. As you can see, I've already installed it on my desktop. We're just going to open it up right now by double left clicking on it. And it says, would you like to use Firefox as your default browser? We're going to say yes by left clicking on that button. And then right here, you can see where it says the web browser is Microsoft Edge, which, is not a bad browser, but it is very common and is very attacked. So we're going to click where it says Microsoft Edge. Then we're going to left click where it says Firefox. And then that's going to change it. Now, sometimes it'll ask you if you're sure you want to switch to Firefox, and you, in this case, would just say yes. So now what we're going to do is we're going to right click up here at the top. See this kind of black bar right here? We're going to right click on that. And do you see where it says menu bar? We're going to left click on that. And then that puts the menu bar in the top of the page. And there are several things that are important here. If you want to make sure your Firefox is updated, you can click on help, you can click on about, and it will check to make sure it's updated, and if it's not, it'll automatically do that. Here are your bookmarks. So if I want to go to Bensman Home Computer Repair and go there, if I wanted to bookmark that page, then I would just click right here where the little star is, and then it would give me, I could edit edit the name of that bookmark, choose which folder I wanted to go in. In this case, I wanted to go in the bookmarks menu, and then I click on done, and I do all that with the left mouse button. And then there, if I left click on bookmarks, is Bensman Home Computer Repair right there. So that's how you can leave or place a bookmark, in your bookmark list, so you don't have to constantly be looking through your history or constantly re-googling things. There's other tools, like if you click on add-ons, and then you left click right here where it says extensions. If you see your browser's not working right, you may want to check there. Once again, that's you click on tools, you click on add-ons, this is all with the left mouse button, and then you left click on extensions. And if you see some extensions here that don't look correct, maybe they're not from Google, maybe they're from some website you never heard of, maybe removing or disabling them might improve how well your computer works. Here's your history. If you want to clear your recent history, you left click on history, left click on clear recent history. So once again, that's left click on history, and then left click on clear recent history. Then you select on everything, and then you left click on clear now, and that will clear your history. So now if I go here to show all history, there's nothing there. And you would do that if for some reason you were trying to get to a website and like a bunch of different websites were working okay, but one website wasn't. Maybe you've got a cached page on your computer that is obsolete, and clearing the history might resolve that. So those are like the big, the main things that most people kind of regularly need to do under the hood with their browser. Uh, Google has, and Firefox and Google Chrome, and I think all the major browsers have recently taken their address bar and they've turned it into a search thing. So if I want to look up horses, I just type in horse where I would typically have typed in www dot whatever, and then if I type in horse, it'll just do a Google search for me, which is pretty cool. So just keep that in mind. Let's see here. What else? Oh, yes. On the upper right-hand corner, as with most browsers, you have the X, you have the box on the box, and you have the line. If I click on the box on the box, it'll shrink the window. So if I drag my cursor over, see how it's one arrow? If I drag it over here, it becomes two arrows. if I left click it and drag it and then let go, I can resize that window. And then I can also do it on the corner. So see how it's an arrow, now it's two arrows. I can resize it really to any size I want. And then if I hit the X, it'll close that. And then if I reopen it, it'll open it to the size it was previously. So that's what the box in the box does. And if I hit then if it's small like that, if it's not stretched out over the whole page, and I left click on the box, it will stretch it out over the whole page. Now if there's something behind that I want to get to, all I have to do is left click on the line there, and it'll minimize it to the to the taskbar. Let's see here. So that's that. There's also tabbed browsing. Tabbed browsing is in most modern browsers, and basically what you have is right now we're in a tab, but let's say I wanted to open up, let's say I wanted to go to look at horses, right? So I've got horses in this search, but let's say I also want to do a search for cows, but I don't want to lose my search for horses. You see this little plus sign up here? If I left click on that plus sign, it'll open a new tab. And then if I left click once where it says search the web, and then I type in cows, now I've got to search for cows. And if I left click here on this tab, then I can see my search for horses, and I can go back and forth just by left clicking on the different tabs. And then if I open another tab by clicking on the plus sign, I can do pigs. And so now, look at that, it's so cute. Now here I have horses, cows, and pigs, and I can just go back and forth without having to, to open up a new window. If I want one of these searches to be in a new window, I can left click and drag this. If I click on these two boxes, I can left click and drag one of the tabs to the desktop, and it'll make it into a new window. If I want to separate them, if you notice now that tab is no longer on the main window I was working on, it's on its own separate window. So you can, and then if I want it back, I can take that tab and I can drag it back over to the main window I was working on, and it will bring it back over to that main window as an additional tab. So these tabs can be dragged all over the place, and pretty much you can use them at will. That's pretty much the main things you really need to know about a browser. This is your back button. You can click back. It'll take you to the previous page. That's your forward button. That'll take you to the next page in the sequence. This is a reload page. Let's say something's not loading completely. You can click on the reload page and it'll try to access that page again. And then this is your home page. You click on the home, it'll take you back there. In this case, I have Google set as my home page. That's pretty much the main things you need to know about the Firefox browser in order to use it. There are of course a ton of things we could cover, but I really kind of want to keep things simple and basic for these videos. If you have any questions, feel free to leave those questions in the comments. If you have any suggestions as to what type of topics I should cover in future videos, please feel free to let me know there as well. This has been Dave Bensman for Bensman Home Computer Repair, and signing off. Well, thank you for watching this video. I hope the tutorial on how to use your Windows more effectively was of some help. I'll be doing more tutorials in the future. Please like and subscribe to my channel. And that's Dave Bensman from Bensman Home Computer Repair. Thank you very much.